All right, hi, I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you.
I'm Wayne. Good to meet you too.
All right, you ready for your interview?
Oh, let's go, man.
All
First
right.
one I've had in a long time.
All right. So, how would you say that you have handled conflict in the workplace in the past?
The conflict is a difference of opinions between two people. Sometimes it's based on truth. Sometimes it's based on happenstance or missed information. My role in the past has always been to have people sit down and talk about it, especially with each other. What you'll find is that it gets very truthful very quickly, and then you can solve the problem.
All right. So, how did interacting with many people daily help your social skill set?
Everybody's different. Internationally, you see difference in cultures. You have different understandings. A word language can be very different between two people that speak the same language. It can mean different things. So getting an understanding of people and where they come from and watch their how you want to say, well, I'll think of that word later. But it's how they behave, behavioral attitudes like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those all play a role in building,
All right.
diversity and understanding it.
All right. So, how do you think that being in a new environment every day helped your business connections with people that you didn't know?
One thing's for certain, in a new environment, you can never, you don't grow. Unless you're in something new, you can't grow. So my feeling has always been exposure to new things makes you nimble on your feet. It's like basketball. You got to play offense and defense, and you have to be very good at both. Otherwise, you're going to be weak in half of the game. So I think anytime you have diversity, whether it's different foods or different ways of seeing things, a different organizational chart, different roles, all plays into it.
All right. So, why do you think that you would be valuable to this company?
Because I've handled complex problems many times in many different cultures and gotten answers that people could accept and buy into and be proven right.
All right. How do you see yourself succeeding here?
Succeeding here?
Succeeding here.
Well, that's an interesting question. Succeeding is a function of what you value. As you change and as you grow and as you learn and as you modify your behavior to that, you constantly find yourself in a new environment and a new way of assessing what's valuable to you. But I think you have to have it on truth and honesty and straightforwardness. And you have to appreciate that other people want to learn, but sometimes people don't know how to learn. They just don't have the experience in the background, the diversity.
All right. So, what would you say your biggest goal is in life? Or has been in the past?
In a truthful situation, to be a Christian.
All right. What would you say your guiding principle in life is?
The Bible.
All right. Have you ever worked in a non-traditional office setting before?
Non-traditional. If you mean under extreme pressures in a meeting where people are watching their career go away in 30 minutes, to one of being out in a plant or working from home or being on the telephone. I can remember the days in my early career when I kept all the plant drawings under my bed, and the telephone would ring in the middle of the night. Therefore, I was sitting on the side of the bed telling people, let me wake up before you ask me the question. Still have to be successful. You can't just pass it off and say, look, I'm not. You have to do it.
All right. How do you effectively keep up with assignments?
That's hard. The only way I know to do it would be priorities. You have to establish priorities in your life. And balance. You have to have balance in priorities. And in those priorities, you have to be always mindful of the fact that your boss is the one who buys the season tickets. And if you understand that, and he wants to win, he doesn't necessarily see every little detail play that, he leaves that to you. But he wants to win. And if he doesn't buy next year's season tickets, it means basically you don't have a job.
All right. Would you say that you work well with others?
I'd like to think that, but I'm also a person who we're going to get the job done. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people will make comments like, you're moving too slow or you're moving too fast. And what people need to realize when they do that is that they can't assess it from their perspective. It might seem that to them, but they're not sitting in behind the desk. Mm-hmm. So as long as you're mindful of where they are and what they're trying to accomplish and what you want to accomplish, and it's not always getting the job done. It's sometimes knowing the path to getting it done. And then after that, it's easy, you know. If you win at the fourth quarter, you won the game.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
You
Look
bet,
forward to hearing
Ryan.
from
Best
you.
of everything to you.
All right, that was good.